Hello and welcome back. I have a very interesting video for you today. Litake reached out to me and asked if I was interested in taking a look at this. This is the MJX X600. This is the first hexacopter I've ever laid hands on. But anyway, rather than wasting a bunch of time, let's go ahead and open this up and take a look. All right, well that was a little bit of a chore, but here you go. Here you have the instruction manual. It tells you down here everything you should expect to find in the package as well. You have a very interestingly shaped and sized USB charging cable, a full set of 6 spare props, a very small screwdriver with a few spare screws, and thumbsticks for our controller. And speaking of the controller, here it is. Let me go ahead and put these sticks in. They just sort of push into place is what it seems. So these are more targeted toward the people that pinch. I'm more of a thumb controller. That's definitely interesting. It's got a bit of a grating sound when it goes up and down on the throttle. And it looks like this is our 1-key return button. This is the function button, which can be used for flips. It can be used for headless mode. It can be used for the camera if the camera is installed. So this is going to be interesting to fly. And underneath the package, strapped underneath all of this with some tape, we have this little extra package that was filled with prop guards and the 2 landing gear. And now moving on to the meat and potatoes of the package, as it were. This is the X600. It has a very interesting orientation for all the motors, and it is that solid flat black. I do love that it has the on-off switch on there. It is kind of rare to see an on-off switch. And then underneath, we should be able to find the battery, although it appears to be screwed in there. So if I want to take the battery out, I actually have to unscrew that. It's supposed to be a 7.4 volt, 700 milliamp hour battery, and it's a JST connector. So I'm kind of curious to see if batteries from anything else will fit in here. But there's your camera connector if you did have the camera to attach to it. Looks like you've got 4 blue LEDs in the front and 2 red in the rear. Let's go ahead and plug it up and see how this looks. And we do have 2 eyes that are bright blue as well. The 4 blue underneath and then 2 red in the rear. So anyway, at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and stick some batteries in here. I'm gonna take it outside and I may capture a flight with you guys. We're in mode 2 here, if you can see that. We are paired and we're ready to go. We do not have a lot of pitch. We have an awful lot of throttle. So let's try a different rate. There, we have some pitch. Very, very bright out here. Try another. Whoa, that's the auto flip. Alright, good to know. That was the vortex ring state there. Alright, so we've done a loop. Let's bring it down closer. Yeah, I'm going to have to take some time to get used to these controls, but definitely doesn't fly bad. It's just a little more interesting because it's a hex instead of a quad. Let's see. Okay, so the right bumper button there does a flip, just an auto flip, nothing special or fancy to it. And then if you hold the button, it should go into headless mode now. So that's forward, that's back, left, and right. And if I spin, yeah, I can still control it. I just have to bring it down some. There we go. So we'll put it out of that mode. There you go. But there's your kind of a funnel. Really pretty day out today. This is the intermediate mode. See if I can bring it down some. It's just getting really, really high up there and I don't really want it that high. I don't know what the range is on this thing and I don't want to take a chance. So there's a flip. Oh, that's a fun little flip. Okay, so let's get it back to beginner mode. Alright, beginner mode. This is the spin. Very slow yaw. Try to get it back to a reasonable position. There we go. We are now in intermediate. This is the spin. Slightly better yaw. Still not fast or anything. And then on the advanced mode, it is flyable, just don't give it 100% pitch in any one direction, because as soon as you do, it does a flip. Let's see if the yaw changed on the advanced, the expert rate. Let's see. No, the yaw does not change on the expert rate. So that's good to know. So really, I'm going to spend a lot of time flying on the intermediate rate, just because I like the pitch that you get with it. It's got an awful lot of power. I mean, just an awful lot. And I'm only giving it 50 or 60% maybe. I mean, you can see that on the controller where I'm actually at. See, 50% is keeping it steady. It is very, very stable though. I mean, I could actually see maybe attaching a camera to this. It does have that FPV mod available. It's just not something that I own. But there you go. I'm kind of curious how long this 700 milliamp hour battery is going to last. Right now we are sitting at 4 minutes. I'm going to be cutting a lot of this out, obviously. Yeah, this is just a larger quad, larger hex, excuse me. So I'm a little bit, I don't know, a little bit hesitant to really do a whole lot with it in this small space. Yeah, the vortex ring state really hits this thing hard. And maybe it's just that I'm flying things weirdly, but you know, I like the way that it flies. It's an absolutely gorgeous day out here today. I mean, this is probably the perfect day for flying, although I am facing the sun in a weird angle, so that probably helps you guys see a little bit better. See if I can keep it out of the trees. That's my biggest problem around here. It's just keeping it out of the trees and off the house. But, you know, not bad for controlling. Really not bad at all for power. Doing some bank turns there. Able to do a little figure 8. Let's do a quick flip or two. I'm not a big fan of that auto flip button and the auto flip mode. That's one thing I would avoid. But there's your high rate flips. Okay, go ahead and bring it out from under that tree. It gets a little scary under there. Wow. Just such a... I mean, it's not a terribly huge quad. It's just imposing, I guess. Where it has all those extra motors. You know, realistically, it's not any bigger than the, I don't know, the X6058. But it's just imposing. I mean, it makes me want to take it easy with it and not be too sporty. I do at some point have to take it out to the soccer field and see what kind of range I get on it. Well, that was a lot of fun. Managed to put it in a tree. Let's see how it takes to a throw. Alright, and we're back. We're in high mode. So I tried to flip it out of the tree and that didn't work. Now we're in intermediate. I'm a big fan of the way that it flies. You know, it's not sporty, but it's not slow. And I'm definitely going to have to stop flying it here because it's just too big. It doesn't turn fast enough. You know, the one downside to these black bodies is I can't actually see the LEDs underneath. I can't see if I'm... Yeah, I can't see those at all. See if I'm at low voltage or anything. So I don't know if it's about to drop out of the sky or not. I mean, it's got a lot of power. Still feels like it's got a lot of power left. Not a bad flyer at all, though. Oh, I see flashing. That means it must be low voltage. I've lost some time, but it says 1226, which actually means it's probably closer to like 9 or 10. I'll see if I can come up with an accurate estimate and get back with you guys later. But that is it for the first flight of the MJX X600. Look forward to more flight videos out of this, maybe just doing a full review of it. As always, remember, if you like this video, hit the like button down below the video, subscribe to receive more videos when they become available, and I will see you again next time.